Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Pabloon, aka Pabloon, and today we're doing a top 5. I got a few lined up for you guys while I'm away here, and today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about top 5 legendary commanders. Now this is, again, my top 5 legendary commanders. I'm not objectively looking at stats. I am not looking at, who has the craziest skills, but I am looking at what commander changed the ship for me. So, what commander, when I put that on the ship, it just made it feel better. Those are the top 5 commanders here I'm doing today. So, why don't we just get into the number 5 here. This is a Japanese legendary commander that is pretty much made for the gunboats that you can play. The Harugumo, the Kitakaze, the Akisuki. And this guy is crazy for one reason. Night Raid. Night Raid is a skill that gives you 1 engine accelerator, 1 smoke, and 1 torpedo reload booster extra. So with Harugumo and this line, you get 3 smokes, normally 2 of these torpedo reload boosters, and I believe 3 speed boosts. With this thing, you get 4 smokes, 4 speed boosts, 3 torpedo reloads. This is crazy. Along with that, you also get Mystery Plus, Daredevil Plus, which is really nice for those long gunboats. We get Breeding Plus, which is also very nice. You can get into a very advantageous position from the beginning. And then, of course, we have Giant Hunter Plus. But the main gist of it is these 2 skills right here. Now, obviously, Gunichi Mikawa could fit on any ship. So, stuff like Hayate and other things are also great. Now, I had played with Harugumo without a legendary commander for the longest time. I actually was trying to get Jizaburo Osawa, the Seaweed commander, because, there's some buff to torps and stuff. But I ended up getting Gunichi Mikawa instead. I don't know how I got it, but he was released randomly. I think he came out with the Hayate, and ever since I put Gunichi Mikawa on, my Harugumo gameplay has just become so much easier because you have 4 smokes. I mean, I'm fine without the extra speed boost and the extra torp rate reload booster. They're really nice to have, but the real star of the show is having that extra smoke. Because one of Harugumo's biggest weaknesses is just the size of it and the amount of time it takes for you to do damage. So for me, that's why Gunichi Mikawa really is a worthwhile commander for somebody like me who likes gunboats. And the fact that he's just so tailor-made for Harugumo is amazing, because it's one of my favorite ships. That's why he's number 5. Now, coming in at the number 4 spot here, we have one of the OGs, guys, and he is still useful to this day. So let's see who it is. The legendary Franz von Hipper. And this is one of the OG commanders in this game, and I actually have him on my Schlieffen, but he fits on both Hindenburgs, GKs, pretty much anything. Why is he good? He's good because you get the Sixth Sense, which gives you the ability to know how many ships are aiming at you. Really nice. He buffs your sonar, he buffs your precise aim. Like I said, I know I'm not using this right now, but that's because I have it on Schlieffen. If you were playing GK, you would probably take this. Along with that, you get Secondary Overload skill or Close Quarters Combat Expert Plus, and you get APCS. So, Franz von Hipper, yes, he's good. He's the OG, but what makes him stand out? Why is he on this list? Because there's a lot of commanders out there with, basic skills. I think for me, it's the combination of what Franz von Hipper gives you. He is made for the German main battleship line, and they are hard sometimes to use because you have pretty bad dispersion. So the first thing I love about him is he buffs your precise aim. He gives you marksman, so you have a little bit more time, or you have maybe an extra shot or a shorter reload on the precise aim. Then along with that, he actually also buffs your secondaries, which is the other thing that German battleships are really known for. Along with that, he buffs your sonar, which is the third thing that battleships or German ships in general are known for. That's what I love about Franz von Hipper. He is completely and utterly made for the German ships, and not the destroyers. So a lot of the newer legendary commanders, you see them kind of vaguely be good at some, both cruiser things or destroyer things or battleship things. But Franz von Hipper is purely battleship focused. The thing is, he works on Hindenburg as well, because Hindenburg has sonar, precise aim, and all that stuff. The only thing that Hindenburg doesn't have is the secondaries. But, that is kind of like the sacrifice you need to make there, which a lot of the older commanders were like. And the final thing I will say about Hipper is he's got the Sixth Sense. Absolutely busted perk, knowing how many ships are targeting you when you are trying to brawl. So that is why he is in the number 4 spot. Next up at the number 3 spot, guys, we have probably one of the most cracked commanders in this game. It is Philippe Auboyneau, I think that's how you say it. And this guy is just amazing. If you love French ships, you need to have this man, because he buffs pretty much all of the French things. He's perfect for any French ship that has rapid reload or speed boost. And those are pretty much the reasons why he's so amazing. But let's start at the bottom here. Just like the Franz von Hipper, he actually gets Armaments Repair Plus. I don't take that because I have him on my Henry, so I don't benefit from the secondaries. I'd rather have the early warning of torpedoes. But you get the Sixth Sense, you get Daredevil Plus, which is both going to be nice on a BB, a cruiser, and a destroyer. But the cream of the crop is really the Master Reloader Plus, the Speed Boost Plus, and the Armor Piercing Cap Shell Plus, which in conjunction just works really well with especially Henry, Republic, or Kleber. So some would probably argue this commander should be in the top spot, and I can definitely see why. Because if you look overall at the legendary commanders, Philippe Auboyneau is probably the most worth your money, because there's so many French battleships, French cruisers or destroyers that utilize rapid reload and speed boost. It's pretty much the whole line in itself. I mean, even Marseille can use Philippe Auboyneau, Kleber can use him, Republic can use him, and the Henry line can use it. So if you have this commander, you're pretty much set to have a good legendary commander for all your French ships and your French needs. That is why he's such a good commander. But the two others that have taken the 2-in-1 spot are just, in my personal opinion, a little bit more special to me. But Philippe Auboyneau is like, oh man, if I didn't have this guy, I don't think I would love my French ships as much as I do. At the number 2 spot, we have a commander that absolutely changed my look on the Petropavlovsk. This is Stepan Makarov, and he is, again, just like the French commander is, Philippe, for the French ships. Stepan Makarov is just basically going to boost your Soviet ships outright, especially the ones that focus on AP and long-range precision. Makarov gives you Adrenaline Rush Plus, Marksman Plus, APCS Plus, and HPE Plus, which just overall is such a nice combination because you have the offensive capabilities along with some defensive in Horizontal Protection Expert and Generalist. He's a pretty basic commander. He doesn't bring anything unique to the table, but the skills he does have are just so nice for Petro and Moskva and Slava, and I mean even Kremlin can benefit. Any ship in the Soviet tech tree that likes to use guns to do damage, I mean sniping, gunnery, is going to benefit. And even if they have the precise aiming skill, they're going to benefit even more. So this guy changed Petro for me. You don't need him to make Petro work, but he's definitely a powerful commander. So if he's not necessary to make, for example, Petro work, why is he on the number 2 spot? Well, that's a great question you asking there. The reason Stepan Makarov is in the number 2 spot is because the Soviet line is in general one of the best lines in the game. They are overall just really good ships. So that's why when you put a commander that buffs their AP, that buffs their, precise aiming, and just all the right skills that the Soviets are already good at, it means you get a really busted ship if you put this commander on it. Slava, Kremlin, Moskva, Stalingrad, Petro, Mikhail Kutuzov, Kronstadt. I mean, the list goes on. He benefits all Soviet ships, and the reason he's disgusting is because he makes them even better. So you're taking the Soviet bias and you're cranking it up a notch because that's what this guy does. So it's a pretty simple one. That's the reason why I put Stepan Makarov in the number 2 spot. It's because he just makes the Soviets even better than they already are and more user-friendly. So yeah, that is the number 2 spot. Now, before we hop into the number 1 spot, I want to talk about 2 honorable mentions. Now, the first one here is Togo Hayachiro. Why do I like Togo Hayachiro? It's because he is, again, I love Japanese commanders, and we're actually playing Black Sao here. Now, this is without the commander in, but I just like Togo because, again, I guess you can see a pattern here. Any commander, legendary commander, that buffs the already good things about a ship. So, for example, Auboyneau, Franz von Hipper, this example, Togo. I would like him. Why is Togo good? He gives you better HE, he gives you better marksman, he gives you better fires and floods, which is all the things that a Japanese cruiser would want. So that's why he's in the he's in the honorable mention spot. Wow. Next up in that spot is John Jellicoe. Same story here, man. He makes Goliath such a good ship. I mean, it's not bad at all, but it's even better when you put that guy on it. So, same story there. John Jellicoe, man. You took me so much money to get this guy, but when I got him, I was pretty happy. We are gonna go down and take a look here at probably the most busted commander in the game, and I think you guys can guess who it is. It is Admiral William Halsey, aka Bull Halsey. This is the best commander in the game. No doubt. I think he's the absolute best commander in the game because he gets some pretty powerful skills. Start at the top here. Reading Plus, very good for DDs or Austin in this case. Get close to the battle fast. I have Unstoppable because I like to go for Krakens when I'm playing Austin, but he also gets Victorious Charge, or you could go, you know, if you're playing Austin, I would say go for this, but again, Victorious Charge, sustainability. You get an extra torpedo reload if you're putting this on a DD, so he also works for DDs. Along with that, you get Adrenaline Rush Plus, very, very nice. You get a faster reload on all weaponry. You have Honor Seeker Plus, more survivability and damage, so these two work together very, very well. And the final skill, which is kind of what makes this insane, these two working together, Angry Bull and Adrenaline Rush Plus, is crazy. Because when your ship goes below 33%, you will get 10% main battery damage or secondary or automatic secondary damage, plus minus 10% off the reload. So what I like to do when I'm playing Austin is go below a certain amount of HP, 33%, and then deliberately stay there so I can get higher damage numbers. If you then also get this with any ship and these two skills, you can see it's minus 25%. So all of a sudden we're really, really fast shooting. And I've tried it once. It's hilarious. I hope you guys get it one day because it's some of the best feelings in the world. Now, that is going to be it for my top 5 here, guys. Let me know what your favorite commander is in the game, Legendary Commander. And if you guys want to see a top 5 Elite Commanders, let me know. To, you know, like the video so I can see if that's something you guys enjoy. So, if your favorite Elite Commander didn't make it on the list, I have to stress this again. This is not a list made for the objectively, statistically best Legendary Commanders, because there's some other YouTubers out there that are much better at looking at stats and crunching numbers than I am. Quite frankly, I couldn't be bothered. I am basing this off of my personal experiences and why I like these commanders. So yeah, just had to stress that again because sometimes a lot of people get really, really spicy in the comments when I'm not mentioning their favorite. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. My name has been Blitz, aka Pabloon, and I am signing out.